This is every Easter egg, cameo, and hidden detail in Daredevil Born Again episode 3, and all I gotta say is we got a Miles Morales Spider-Man tease. This really means something to me. But there's so much more, like Punisher, he ain't gonna be happy. And me and you, we gotta talk about it. This is your spoiler warning. You have been warned. Like I mentioned from the jump, we got a nice little wink and nod at Miles Morales in the MCU. Here's the clip.
More police reports. Officer Morales.
Now, obviously, everybody and their mama thinks of Miles Morales when they hear Officer Morales. It could be a nod at Jefferson Davis, who changes his name to Jefferson Morales, like the Spider-Verse movie, or when he changes his names in the Ultimate Comics, but that's like way down the line after Miles is already Spider-Man for a long time. But it isn't a direct reference to Miles Morales. I just think it's a nice little because they don't have the rights to outright say Jefferson Morales, Miles Morales. Those rights are owned by Sony, but a part of me really wants it to be Officer Rio Morales. Mama. But either way, you already know we're about to get a live-action Miles Morales sooner rather than later. So for right now, we got Officer Morales' kid and a guy who dresses in a spider costume. But look around you, because this one's easy to miss, but we got a mention of another white tiger. In the court case, Hector mentions how he lives with his wife, his sister, and his niece, and this right here is his niece, who in the comics is Angela Del Toro, another version of the white tiger. But don't forget, he mentioned his sister. In the comics, Eva Ayala is Hector's younger sister, who is the 5th white tiger, and probably the most popular, because most people were introduced to her in the Ultimate Spider-Man animated series, but in this series, they made her Hector's daughter, not his sister. And there was a rumor at some point that Jenna Ortega could be playing Eva Ayala in the MCU, but I think that's dead. But she's coming nonetheless, and so am I. Now in the comics, Hector actually has a very similar situation happen where he stands trial for allegedly stealing a TV, except instead of being found not guilty, he's guilty as charged, and he sadly gets executed leaving the courthouse in a very similar fashion to how he was executed in this show. Damn, this shit still hurts, man. I feel like I'm there again. Don't go to the light, Hector. And this one is obvious, but it feels like I should mention it. When Hector mentions the frogs, Skokie, talking about how he loves the sound that they make because he thinks it's beautiful, and he can't wait to go back to his island, and they play the sound of them whistling in the credits, I just sat there and I was like the Homelander meme. I just didn't feel anything. In my reaction, you could see it. And rest in peace to Camar de los Reyes, who passed away in real life. On behalf of me and I think everybody watching, rest in peace. And may God bless your family. Throughout this episode, we get not so subtle references to Punisher. You see his logo here painted on a mural with Triggered on it. And then we also got a bunch of cops who have a tattoo of the Punisher logo on them. With finally the person who executed Hector. Supposedly they're trying to make it seem like it's Frank, but it's not. Remember, Frank only kills bad people. You hit them and they get back up. I hit them and they stay down. Only if they're bad people. So what's gonna happen when Frank notices these cops? Well, it's actually happened in the comics before, where these cops start fanboying over Punisher. And they show him how they use their symbol on a bunch of their stuff. But Frank don't fuck with that. He about to be on the type of time. I like it. Hell, I love it. Kingpin's fat ass eats some omelets again. They're very nutritious for you, and I like them to start my day. And I just love this detail of Matt walking into an empty courthouse like it's a church, sitting down like he's in a mask, but twiddling with his broken horn. This is like his version of having the finger on the trigger, contemplating on if he should put that cowl back on. But man, I've thoroughly enjoyed these first 3 episodes. I'm loving the writing so far. And those were all the Easter eggs, cameos, and hidden details that I was able to find. Let me know if you found some down in the comments below. And as always, like and follow if I'm out.